If your child writes like this, if your child, your son or your daughter has this kind of handwriting, you have to do something. It is not good. It is not a normal one. Your child of 6 years and above still has this kind of handwriting. No, no gree for anybody. You have to train the child. You have to do something so that, don't say that she will improve or he will improve. That he's just 6, he's just 7, he's just 8. The handwriting will improve. Handwriting not going to improve just like that too. You have to do something. That thing is an abnormal handwriting. It is not how people write. You understand? This is a new era. If you don't know how to write now, it will affect you, affect your relationship, affect your marriage, affect your family, affect wherever you go, affect your meeting, affect your relationship with people, affect your groups. So correct it now. Let your child learn how to put down things. Now that thing is from someone that should write something from the board, then put it down on his paper. He could not write something from the board and put it on the paper. That is why we say it is abnormal. You cannot even see a word there. You cannot pronounce a word. Nothing there makes sense. So it is an abnormal handwriting. And the name is dysgraphia. The name is dysgraphia. Dysgraphia is a writing deficit, a writing disorder. It happens to people and it starts from childhood because the skills of writing and reading are earlier developed. And they are earlier developed that time a child is learning to sit down, is listening to sounds. When a child is growing, you sit him down, wherever he hears sounds, he turns. He hears sound from the left, he turns to the left. He hears from the right, he turns to the right. So he's paying attention to get the sound of the information. So when he pays attention, he will encode the sound. That sound will enter his brain. He will master the sound. As you pronounce something, you call him his name. You call something, you call out something. The child will register the sound. That is the phonology there. So from there, the child begins to sit, begins to start school. You say something, he will repeat. Don't blame the child. He will even call you your name. So he's trying to learn a lot. He's trying to learn how to pronounce. He's trying to learn the sounds. So he says something, he will repeat. Some teachers will say, repeat after me. Those processes are very important. So the basic education, primary school, nursery school, primary school, secondary school are very much important. Don't say I don't like school. You must like school, though. You must like this thing because it will help you. You understand? Yeah. Now, the child learns the sounds. He learns how to say something. So he first of all learns the sounds. Secondly, he learns to say something. Then he learns to read. From learning to read, he can read from the board. The teacher can say, repeat after me. So that's why all this repetition are very important. From there, he learns to write from the board. The teacher will write something on the board, the child will copy in his book. So that is why don't break the chain of sounds. The child hears sounds, the chain of saying, talking, the chain of reading from the board, and the chain of writing. They are just four things. So they are earlier learned. So in childhood, we learn the processes that we use today, the processes we use to write, because it's very, very important. So don't break the rule, don't break the chain. Now, what do you do? What do you do about this issue? If your child has phonological dysgraphia already, what you will do is to report to the school authorities. They will handle it from there. They will handle it. They will help you solve the problem. There are experts who offer therapies on that aspect. They help to put your son or your daughter through. Then the second one is attention. Attention is the key. I told you about a child who sits and pays attention to wherever the information is coming from or wherever a sound is coming from. So that is to tell you that attention is the key. Check if your child is paying attention to your instructions. You as the mother, You as the father, check if that's your child in the house, pays attention to you. Also check if, tell the teacher to monitor him or her. Now, if there is any attentional issue, if there's any attentional problem the child has, there are people who offer therapies on that, psychological therapies that you should report to, so that they will put him through. Don't say he will improve. He will not improve. He will carry that attentional problem and will not become anything. Even in his career, whatever he lays hands on, this is how he will be dribbling, just making a lot of issues complicated. So it is treatable, it can be prevented, and the earlier the better. That is it. So once you do that, you see the child changing and becoming a better person. Thank you very much. Like this, share it, and follow, so that the ministry will keep growing. Thanks.